And we are back. Yes, a West Tennessee good morning to you from Bobby Lee here at Hurricane Creek Farms. Just got back in town late last night, ready to get back in the swing of things, get back after it. Was not quite ready for the humidity that we're apparently going to encounter today. Buddy PJ, as I told y'all before we left, watched over all the cows for us. I think without any issues, so we're gonna be back out here this morning. Sounds like they're down near the bottom. Probably, if I was betting, they're at the gate wanting to get out of this pasture, but I think I'm gonna do that today. Maybe tomorrow. They've still got good grazing in here without me even riding around checking everything. But I think he was probably checking them in the evenings, so their schedule might be a little messed up. But we'll see if we can get them up here, get a head count. Then we got to get on and get some other stuff done. And yeah, here these ladies come on up. There's 2, 4. I'm gonna sit here and count them as they come up rather than talk to you guys. Be sure we got everybody accounted for. And yeah, it's about to get hot. It's already hot. Try to get some things done before, and then get in the cab of an air-conditioned tractor before it gets too darn warm. Oh yeah, those ladies, the bread ladies, are looking good. Somebody had asked, and I said I was gonna quit talking, but I will soon. The bred heifers will start calving mid-October, so about 2.5 months away from that. So, all right, now I'm gonna count. And that is all of them, everyone accounted for. Which again, I knew PJ was watching them, one like we left for a week. Without any clue what was going on. He had told me everything was good, so we are good here. Get my 2 little hounds. Dolly, the bulldog part of that Boston Terrier, coming out at her. She thinks she can boss around these calves. Come on, Dolly, let's go. We're gonna get home and check on that group of cows. All right, nearly panicked there for a second. We're back here at home looking for the cows, and I was like, I can't find them. Like, I know PJ's been looking after them. He just told me yesterday all was good. They're all piled up over there. But when I come out here, I kind of drive through that part of the bottom, and I looked up the bottom and I didn't see them. I bet they were all, you know, over here more in the shade, because it's already getting pretty warm. It's about 8:30. It's gonna get hot today apparently, but already getting there. And yeah, I guess they, and so I was like, but they had moved. Anyway, just a brief moment of panic, and I was like, I know good and well. But same thing as always, like I hadn't got a call if they're out, you know, from a neighbor. And so if anything, they may have just gotten into the wrong pasture, but no, they're right where they need to be. They're wanting out of here though. Pastures are eating back pretty good. I probably will go ahead and ride over there and let them back. 2, I won't say it's a total priority because I'm not going to do it today, but kind of a secondary priority, maybe should be a priority, is getting the bulls out. I should have gotten them out 2 weeks ago. And but I knew we were going out of town. I was like, then PJ's going to have to deal with bulls potentially trying to get back with the cows, and then want him to have to worry about that. So that'll have them one step closer to the house where we can get them pulled off those cows. Maybe here in just a day or 2. Yeah, I think they're eager to come out of this pasture. Let them on through. So I'm probably not gonna move them all the way back to the house today and mess with the bulls, but we can do that here over the next few days and then have that checked off the to-do list. Yeah, I mentioned those heifers will calve middle of October. Probably gonna go ahead and get them moved home here pretty quick. We've also got just a few cows here that'll be fall calvers as well. Like I have to look like maybe 4 or 5. All right, be sure everybody comes on through, and then we'll shut these gates behind them. Watch back, Dolly. There we got one calf over there that's having a malfunction with how to navigate the gate. Well, it didn't take my bride long after we got home to get the itch to start riding again, which shouldn't surprise me. So, y'all know, if y'all watched our last video, right before one of the last things we did, we went out of town, was we went ahead and hooked up the disc mower, greased it up, all the works there. Because I knew if weather was cooperating or permitting or whatever we want to say, we were going to get some hay cut, because we wanted to cut hay about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago even. And weather forecast is favorable. So, sure, I need some fuel. Oh, maybe I don't. Yes, I do.
As tight as you want.
So, we're going to go ahead and do that. Check fluids and whatnot on the tractor. Had a heck of a do, but I also got a heck of a lot of hay I'm going to try to cut today because, well, again, single digit chances of rain. We never have a 0% chance, but single digits for like the next 7-8 days, so more than enough. Everything we get cut today shouldn't get wet unless we, yeah, a 95 or so % chance that we miss rain doesn't come true. But anyway, we're trying to lay a bunch down today. Earlier we get started, the earlier we can get done. And I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night because we didn't get home till really late. But let's get to it. We've been mowing for almost an hour, made a few rounds. I noticed, I was like, yeah, something ain't right. And one of our belts has rolled over. You can see 3 inside belts there, just like they should be, that outside one. So I gotta get it back on there. It's a little hot. Of course, I came unprepared, didn't bring any gloves. Probably need to tighten the tension on the belts a little bit once we get it back on there. So I don't know. May need to see if my wonderful bride will drive the service truck over here. She's gonna come pick me up for lunch, but we're about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from that. I don't have that much time to spare. So I'm gonna see if I can get it back on there correctly, and then can make it till she gets here with the truck. Woo, hot. About got it. Okay, that got it back on there. Really, I just need a wrench to tighten that up. Yeah, I came very unprepared. Broken knife there and there. Well, that'll make it streak pretty bad. Okay. Well, yeah, both knives on this disc. Ooh, that one's sharp too. Are broken. I guess I just didn't check that very well before we got going. Yeah, that's definitely the reason it's streaking pretty bad. Oh my goodness. Well, now I'm gonna call her. See if I can sweet talk her into driving over here. Other option is I'm only about, I don't know, 3 miles from the house. Could just fold it up and drive it back in. That knife must have broken. It hadn't been broken the whole time, so we broke it while we were out here. Now that I think about it, like it was cutting good until here recently. I don't know what I would have hit though. There's been a small limb, laying out in the field here and there that I, didn't see, but nothing that I would have thought would have broken a knife, so I don't know. Make a phone call, see what we can do. Those knives breaking may be a blessing in disguise because it got me off the tractor to recognize that that belt was also twisted. Don't want to burn a belt off the tractor today. It is Sunday. Yeah, I'm working on Sunday. Apologies to those that are offended by that. But yeah, it wouldn't be a situation where we could run to town, grab some belts, and just be down for an hour or so while we got those replaced. It would be, yeah, we're done for the day if that happened. Which kind of brings up the point I probably ought to go ahead and get an extra set of belts for this mower. But we'll drive over here, park in the shade, wait on her. Famous last words, but it should be a real quick, just, you know, with that battery powered impact, pop some a pair of knives on there, and then tighten up the tension on that belt just a little bit, and be rolling again. And there she comes to my rescue. See, fellas, young guys out there that aren't married, get you a good woman that'll come to your rescue like that, right? Said the young guys out there watching need to get them a good woman that'll come to their rescue. All right, let's see if we can get this thing fixed. You got me locked out. Okay. Where's the knives? And her little hound in there with her. Check all the others while we're down here. All the others are good. All right. And I guess actually I could have let her leave, although that entire repair took about a minute and a half. Because I'm probably just gonna keep these tools. Because wouldn't that be silly to send her back home with them and then break another knife here in the next 5 minutes? Thank you, babe.
Have a good one.
You too. Alright, so got smart. We're gonna keep a set of knives for each direction in this toolbox, since this is basically always the tractor we're mowing with. Grabbed a crescent wrench. I think general rule of thumb, they tell you, is you want just a couple of millimeters of space there as far as your tension on your belts. So we're gonna tighten that up just a bit. I don't want to over tighten them. So we're going to see if that doesn't correct our problem. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Laying her down all nice. Yeah, this is where I broke a knife. That tree was actually out here, and a landowner, very nice of him, he got the tree out of here, but there's just a little bit of debris left behind. And in fact, what I should have been doing while I was waiting on her, in hindsight now, was should have been over here picking up, throwing those little chunks off in the weeds. But I will do that before we get to raking and baling. Shouldn't be too much more further out in the field than just those first couple of passes. Well, it looks like 2 more knives just bit the dust, so definitely made a good call in hanging on to the impact and a few more knives. But yeah, and right here in this same spot, so I was making the outside pass, so spoke too soon. Of course I knew I still had to make that outside pass, so all right, let's get these replaced. Crap, sure enough, looky here. So, definitely where these knives are breaking, which I didn't have much doubt. I mean, it was obvious where the mower started streaking. It's probably, yep, let's say it's probably where I broke one of those other ones. Yep, so. You know, we run through, you know, debris relatively like this. I mean, it's not all the time. I don't know that I've ever, yeah, broken that many knives. Maybe they just don't make them like they used to. All right, we've been rolling along for, I don't know, about 7 hours now. But if you count stopping for lunch and our little breakdowns, probably about 5.5 hours. But finally got done on that first farm down here at my dad's house. Definitely getting to, we're well past the halfway point, which is a good thing because you'll see we're also just about past the 3/4 point on this tank of fuel. So I may have to see if my bride can bail me out again and drive the truck back over, which has me wondering, like, man, should I have topped it off? I cut this exact, you know, 2 farms the same day, you know, for the first cutting. And I don't remember that I had to stop and refuel, but apparently I did. So I don't know if I had topped it off when she came out to me. You know, I'd only been running for like an hour and a half. I don't know, that might have been just enough to have gotten me to the finish line. But oh well, should have done that, but I didn't. Hindsight's 20/20. Rolling on pretty good. We have broken like 6 knives now, 3 different sets. So hopeful that we're done with that. But hey, now's also a good time to point out to you, go to aggearstore.com, use the discount code Hurricane. You can have you some awesome Farm Pro ag gear wear, just like I'm wearing today. It's keeping me nice and cool, despite, I don't know what the heat index is. We're in the low 90s as far as temperatures. Or if you want to class it up a little bit, get that Stockyard, get that hay baler button-up shirt, do that. Stockyard probably is my favorite, but yeah, discount code Hurricane, aggearstore.com. Oh, and the last little pass, the one we've been waiting for all day. I've never been so happy to get done. Definitely the cut today. Spot. Maybe never been so happy to get done with any one task on the farm. I know that's probably a lie. I used to put a wick bar on a 870 John Deere, which is like a 12-horse tractor. But we're done. But we've run that thing at like, I don't know, like 1 mile per hour. Maybe less than that. I hated that, but it's just been a chore. I've broken, I don't know how many knives I've broken. 8 or 10. Probably more knives than I've ever broken. I mean, total. Like, well, maybe since I bought this mower, I don't think I've broken that many knives. I don't know what it is. I mean, I know I was hitting some little chunks and debris from a tree over on the other farm. But that really, I gotta think about it, like, that's not uncommon. I've never broken that many. I know I broke 2 sets right there. I had a set break out here. There's nothing, like out in the middle of the field. And they were probably already cracked and they've probably been damaged somewhere else. I bet. I'm just going out there and I noticed them leaving a streak. So I don't know. So we're finishing up with 2 discs, only have 1 knife on them. It just, I don't know. But, yep. Now it's gonna be 8 o'clock before I get home. Well, the truck's here now too, so I'm just gonna leave the tractor here, drive the truck home. That way, when I bale this hay on Wednesday, I can drive the truck here, park it, take the tractor home, get the rake, bring it back, then I can drive. Anyway, it'll work out a little better that way, but I'm really glad to be done. Finally back home. I don't know how much light we got here. Better if I turn that way? Yeah, it's better if I turn that way. Oh, it is 7:59 now. I'll go ahead and fill this tractor up with fuel too. That way I don't think there can be too much more fuel in that transfer tank. Well, I can go ahead and drive this truck to town one day this week and get it topped back off. It's been a day. I have no idea what we're having for supper. I don't know. I laid out some pork chops earlier this morning to thaw out, and also some ground beef. I know we got some chorizo in the refrigerator. Yeah, because it's 8 o'clock. Doubt I'm firing up the grill and grilling pork chops. So unless Kaylin already has something planned or in mind, probably gonna just make some taco meat. Maybe get some tacos or nachos with that. But point of that being, I try to eat beef at every opportunity. Y'all should do the same. We know we want y'all to do that. Check back with us. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be baling hay in the next video. But y'all eat beef and God bless.